translators now sit at the heads of the table. The 3 microphones you see on the table are monitored and recorded 24 hours a day. These microphones also stand as the military demarcation line in this building. So those of you on my left are now standing in communist North Korea. Those on my right are still relatively safe with me in the Republic of Korea. The guards posted inside this building are here for your protection. They are real. I know they're statues. They're standing in a
historical background of DMZ. Why Korea divided, first of all. You see, we have tension. North Korea has sent spies underwater. So these are the block, the infiltration of spies. So you'll see the continuation of the wire fence and guard posters. Here, the DMZ over there. So you'll see.
The armistice agreement, North Korea dug underground tunnels below the demarcation line in order to invade South Korea. On November 15, 1974, an underground tunnel was discovered 1.2 kilometers south of the demarcation line, which is 8 kilometers northeast of Gorangpo, Yeoncheon, Gyeonggi-do. This is the first tunnel. On March 24th of the following year, 1975, the second tunnel was discovered 13 kilometers north of Cheonwon, Gangwon-do. And on October 17, 1978, the third tunnel was found. Discovered 435 meters south of the demarcation line, which is 4 kilometers south of Panmunjom. The third tunnel is big enough for 30,000 soldiers and artillery to pass through within 1 hour. Within the tunnel, there were clear evidences of the tunnel being planned to be used to invade South Korea. On March 3, 1990, the fourth tunnel was found 26 kilometers northeast of Yeonggi, Gangwon-do. North Korea was intending to use these underground tunnels for simultaneous full-scale attack on multiple fronts, causing critical damage to South Korean forces and nationwide panic. In addition to the 4 tunnels already discovered, it is expected that there are many more tunnels that haven't been found. North Korea is provoking us endlessly, using tunnels underground, as well as on land and sea. applications are becoming ever more aggressive and intricate. The attack on naval ship Chana and bombing of Yeonkyung-do in 2010 was more than provocation. It was a declaration of war. And above the tunnels, there is the DMZ. Land of life, paradise of migratory birds, and for everlasting peace, the DMZ lives on. The DMZ is a paradise for moose, goats, and wild flowers. From Chinese geese to eagles, and rare birds such as white cranes, herons, and black-faced spoonbills. The DMZ is a land of life, where wild animals live in harmony. The miracles of DMZ is now changing once again and spreading its popularity in the world. Developed into a tourist destination, the areas around the DMZ will heighten our security awareness and offer tremendous opportunities for people to coexist with nature. Beyond preservation of the ecosystem and tourism for emphasizing the importance of national security, the DMZ is becoming a symbolic space for the era of unification. Our painful history is buried in the DMZ and tunnels, but this is just another meeting for the hope and desire of reunification. We should learn the lesson that our painful history must not be repeated. Korea has overcome the pain of war and achieved miraculous economic growth. And another miracle that we must achieve as we pursue harmony and coexistence, unification. Until that day comes, the DMZ will be alive forever.
The southern boundary fence. That's to keep out any people trying to come in to the DMZ or anybody trying to build. Yes. So the blue sign we are now approaching right here is marks the official entry to the southern boundary of the demilitarized zone. So now you're officially in the DMZ. So the rice fields you see to your left and your right are farmed by villagers of Tay Song Dong or Freedom Village. The village is not actually under the administrative control of the Republic of Korea's government. Therefore, they pay no federal taxes. The government subsidizes the building of all their homes, and the men are exempt from military service. To be a resident of this unique village, one has to be a resident of the Panmun Valley prior to the Korean War or a direct descendant of resident. Females may marry into the village, however, males may not due to military draft regulations. So there are currently 201 residents inside this village. They must stay there 240 nights to maintain residency. They do get paid $82,000 US tax-free a year. So most of them are pretty rich.
$82,000 a year? Plus their income? Who cares? I'm not gonna go out at night anyway. I'm sleepy. Even at UBC when I'm at university, at my door.
So this one's always hard to point out, but on top of the hill to your left front is Guard Post 240. Guard Post 240 is manned by the soldiers of the 1st Rock Infantry Division. And on a clear day, they can see approximately 17 kilometers into North Korea. Soldiers there look for a large buildup of military personnel and equipment that may precede an attack on the south. This was formerly known as OP Collier and manned by soldiers of the 2nd United States Infantry Division. However, on October 1st, 1991, the control of this guard post was handed over to the 1st Rock Infantry Division and renamed Guard Post 240. And 1,800 meters to your right on top of the hill, you can see another guard post. This is Observation Post Oyile or OPO. Observation Post Oyile is manned by the soldiers of this unit. It's the most strategically placed observation post in the Korean Peninsula. It's located 25 meters from the MDL. Soldiers there had the same guard mission as Guard Post 240. However, on a clear day, they could see approximately 27 kilometers into North Korea. And if the U.S. president ever wants to come, he can come to OPO, but he cannot go up to the joint security area where you're allowed to, unless he says he wants to, so we can't stop him. So. And that was the JSA checkpoint to the village of Taesongdong, or Freedom Village. And on your right, you're going to see a monument dedicated to 4 soldiers who were killed in 1968 when North Korean soldiers infiltrated south of the MDL and ambushed a truck delivering food to the soldiers of the security battalion. As you pass this next tree line to your left, you will get your first look into Communist North Korea at Jijeongdong, the propaganda village. Kind to see it.
Is that the flag? Do you see it? Yeah.
You also see the flagpole at Taesongdong, right there. We'll get a better view of Jijeongdong right here. This is tree line passes. So we know most of these buildings are actually fake. They have painted on doors and windows. And the extremely large North Korean flag weighs about 600 pounds dry weight. So during inclement weather, it needs to be taken down or it'll rip upon its own weight. And the checkpoint we are now approaching is United Nations Command Checkpoint Charlie. Checkpoint is manned 24/7 and regulates all traffic in and out of the joint security area. As you pass the checkpoint, if you look to your right, you can see the road leading to the Neutral Nations Supervisory Commission Camp. There are currently 5 Swiss delegates and 5 Swedish delegates there. They are both headed by 2-star generals. And the large gray building to your left right here is the Republic of Korea's Peace House. It was built in December 1989 to house talks between North and South Korea and are not armistice related. And also the area to your left right here, it needs to be cut. But, this was once the location of UNC Sunken Garden, the focal point of the 1984 Soviet defector firefight in which Corporal Jang was killed. During the construction of the new Freedom House, the decision was made to place the second garden with a unification monument. So it's supposed to signify 2 hands holding. I see macaroni noodles or something. The JDO likes to say Lego hands. That's a little joke we have here. So.
Lego hands.
No pictures. So once this tour leaves, we can go to the Freedom House. If anybody has questions, feel free to ask.